Hey, great Tuesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. It's been a crazy kind of day, and I know I've been getting a lot of messages and a lot of texts. And guys, uh, we haven't digitalized all the audios from the evidence from the case. Guys, we are working on them, guys. And again, I appreciate people being patient. It's please make sure that no one goes out there and cuts my salary any for being a little bit late. But guys, we're doing our best here, guys. We're actually doing our best. I know that Channel 5 also threw out some of the transcripts. That's great. Guys, we're the only ones that are throwing stuff out there. Hey, Kanina, how's it going? Alea, Daniel Castillo, put a 956 Castillo. Preach, bro.
You
Mo,
sound like Biden now.
you're from, I thought you were in San Antonio, bro. Are you in Houston now? What's going on, Mo? Good to hear from you. Hello, Nelda. Buenas noches, Lupita. Hey, how's it going? Evening. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Lupita Olvera. Yeah, guys. So just be patient. We're trying to get everything, as much of stuff out there. There's just so much stuff. Really, really is. Sergio, buenas noches. Iván, buenas noches, compadre. Good evening, Enrique. Good evening, Liz. Ilda. Love the transcripts. They can't hide. I know. Librarian checking in. Get in. Get it? We check books in and out. I just got it.
I like that.
It is cute. And that's what you're cute. I know, right? Thank you, Mike. Oh, Mike's right. Let me tell you guys. I don't know what it is, but Mike. I was checking this through my news feed, and this friend of mine out there. I'm not gonna say his name, but this friend of mine out there is celebrating his 51st birthday or something like that. 50th birthday or something. 51, 50. And I looked at him, go like, bro, you look like if you were like 60, man. Why I didn't say it, but I thought it. Going like, God, man, you look horrible. And despite the fact that I'm a little bit seasoned, damn, I look good, don't I?
Man, right? You didn't miss the modesty buzz, did you?
Thank you, Mike. I love you, Mike. You're pretty cute too with that purple hue, purple and big hue. Very checking in. Yeah, we got that one.
You're going backwards.
Here to say hi to Tia Erasmo. Love you, Dave. Papa, you're supposed to be here soon. Se robó a Woody. Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, yay. Ese vato estaba feo. Remember when they were doing those avatars? And then someone sent me, hey, that's why I found your avatar. And it was that guy from Toy Story, the one that stole Woody. That doesn't look like me. Monica Hermosa, ¿cómo estás? What's it up with Trey? I love Trey. Corporate meeting in Houston, but yes, I still in San Antonio. Sealed a deal with a huge investment for a man. I think I'm falling in love with you. Yeah, I mean, you're making the big bucks now. I need someone that's very rich in my life. Good evening, Claudia. Hey, Adrian. Where's that from? Anyone?
Rocky.
I'm supposed to guess a little bit. What's up, man? Good evening, gentlemen. How's your day going? It's been a cool day. I mean, I've been all right. We're going to talk to Joe about his day. I'm sure that he's got a lot to tell. Good evening, Jesus Becky. How's it going? Hey, Ruth Hermosa. Hey, Jessica. Hey, where is our Frankie? Frankie is still MIA. Hey, Miguel, my man. How's it going? Yo, Adrian. Frankie is still MIA. Hopefully we'll hear from him soon. Saludos. Good to see you, Mr. Valdez. Looking strong.
Thank you.
I-
Thank you.
He's smelling strong. Hey, Joe, how old are you, Joe?
How old am I? Am I supposed to say that? Shouldn't I be offended by that? Oh, okay.
You know, yeah.
I'm 48.
How is it that I'm like a tad bit older than you and I look like 10 times better than you?
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. And you're not a tad bit older. You're very older.
What is that? I can't see the picture. I hope it's not something. Joe drinking a good old cup of Joe. I will go half and half with Sochi for your new mic. Thank you, Claudia. I love you. Appreciate it. Does it really sound that bad? Does my mic sound that bad, Joe?
I can hear you fine. I don't know.
I'm going to check it out. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all so much for offering to get me that mic. I'm not going to say no either. Let me see, guys. Going back into the trial, guys, there is just a lot of stuff. I have some of the transcripts. I mean, I have over 200 and some pages that I haven't read yet. I haven't read yet because there's just a lot of information out there, and a lot of it is like a lot of the stuff that Roman had on his show. It's just stuff, you know. And although it may be interesting, it's just stuff. So we'll see what happens. Hola. Hola, Paul. What's up, man? Sounds good to me. Thank you, Baba. Appreciate it. With a brick background, Joe reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph. He actually looks a little bit like Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment, man.
Thanks, buddy. Anytime you want me to on your show, let me. Hinotama has grown big time since our last interview, and I would love to let Brownsville know that an RGV native is in the corporate world. Let me tell you, Mo, I'm actually going to go visit San Antonio. And let's try and hang out, and we could actually probably do the live there from San Antonio together. A lot of stuff that we could do out in San Antonio together. Anyway, guys, again, a lot of documentation. One of the things that did come out today, Joe, I don't know if you got to see the numbers, but we're back in the triple-digit numbers in regards to the positives in Cameron County. One of the things that I think was really concerning to me was that the numbers on Monday, they jumped up. There was 74,000 positives on Monday. One of the things that we're hearing at the national level, and even in some places here in the state, is that our numbers are going up. We've got some concerns in regards to the number of individuals in the hospitals, Joe. I mean, have you followed the numbers? Have you followed the news? Are we headed for a second wave? Have we ever gotten off the first one? What's going on?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't followed the numbers, and I focused a lot of my time on my recovery. I know that it sounds crazy, but I get 3 hours of therapy every day, and it's very difficult to do that with work and with learning the new technology and the new things they're doing. So I'm very behind on news and everything. So I'm getting past that hump, though. I am getting past that hump. Now, the second part of your question, it was expected. I think that it was a trend that happened everywhere. So why should we not expect it on us? Just like our city government failed to put their foot down and make decisions that were in the best interest of our city, just like they did it back then, they did it again now. I mean, too little, too late. We've been out. We've been exposing ourselves, and it's scary. And I believe it. I believe with the flu season in place and the second wave that was expected, it doesn't surprise me, Erasmo, that the numbers are heading up.
Well, all staff has gone back onto campus as of yesterday.
Correct.
And all students have the option of coming back onto class on the 30th.
Correct.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. I can tell you that for the last 2 days that I've been at the campus, it's been a whirlwind of emotions for me. I've been at first scared, and then I'm a fighter, Erasmo. I've always been a fighter. So I don't sit there and whine and complain. I take action. And one of the things is that I told myself I was given a second chance for a reason. I I'm gonna I can't live my life in fear either. So I'm taking every precaution that I can. I'm I accepted the fact we're going to the campus. This week we don't have any students. I haven't had any students. And I continue to poll my students and ask them to fill out those surveys to see where we stand. And I have them do it digitally the way that the district is requiring or asking of them. But I also poll them on once a week or a couple times a week, and their parents are not changing their mind. I don't think I'm getting any students back this semester, and possibly not for the remainder of the year, depending on what on where we're at with the vaccine.
Well, I think what is the sentiment of most teachers that are on staff, Joe?
Erasmo, I park my vehicle. I struggle to get my wheelchair out and get myself in it because I'm on my own. But once I get myself today, I actually almost ended up on the floor because my legs were not. I was having some strength issues with my legs today. It usually happens when I have an aggressive physical therapy. So I go straight into my room. I lock my door. I get into my bubble, and I wait till I have no other option but to go to the restroom. I go to the restroom, come right back, and I leave when I have to leave. Man, I don't leave my room. I don't talk to any teachers. I don't talk to anybody. I'm doing my part to keeping myself safe, and I'm doing my part to do what I can for the rest of the staff that's on the campus.
You're the goat, he said. Love you, bro. But I mean, y'all do have communication amongst yourself. I know that a lot of our teachers out there, they do have a lot of like group chats, a lot of messages going back and forth. I mean, what is your take in regards to all these positives popping up on campuses? What's your take about having to close down schools like they did Pace last week? I mean, and all our athletes coming out positive. I mean, what's y'all's take? Well,
I mean,
communicate with people about it.
Personally, I think that they need to do what they have to do to keep the students and the staff safe. So if closing the school was what was required, then so be it. In the limited communication that I have with some of my peers and coworkers, the vast majority is scared. I mean, I have a couple of teachers that have confided that they are struggling with stress to the point that they might submit their paperwork for retirement. So, there's a little bit of both. But again, some teachers feel better teaching at school. I myself personally, I want to get back to the campus, but in a safe manner. It's mixed emotions, Erasmo. It's there's a little here and a little there, but I can tell you that the majority of the people that I've spoken to, my coworkers, they are scared. A lot of, they are.
Well,
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. But one of the things that you mentioned was in regards to the retirement, man. I've also heard from a lot of individuals that are planning to retire. But what hurts me is that a lot of individuals are planning to even just quit.
Mhm.
Despite the fact of having to lose everything. Lose a lot of the benefits that they have. They're at the point where the stress, the anxiety is to the point that they just would rather opt quitting. I think a lot of individuals were holding on, hoping that other board members with other mindsets were going to get elected, and we'd have a little bit a different a mindset and a little different direction. It's not the case. It's what we're living in now. Is that I feel bad for a lot of these individuals who feel that their only option is to just leave the district.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I've contemplated it myself. As we're getting closer to the date, I've had to, just for my peace of mind, I've had to look into what's the next step, where do I stand, because I'm not old enough to retire. I'm not quite your age yet, Erasmo, so I can't really retire. But so I had to look at what options I've had. So in doing so, in looking, some of the people told me that they received phone calls from a lot of teachers asking questions, requesting the packets, if nothing else, to read over it and have that prepared just in case. But it is my humble opinion that we are maybe acting a little too soon and starting school too soon, only because we have a Thanksgiving break coming up, and then we're there for 2 weeks, and then they test for the third week, and then we're out for 2 weeks. I just feel that we probably could have waited till after the Christmas break to kind of let the flu season, get in and get out, and just give it a little bit more time to see where we stand with the vaccine. But ultimately, Erasmo, whatever the board decides to do, whatever's in their hearts and minds, I mean, I pray for every one of them and hope that they make the right decisions. But at the end of the day, the final decision rests on my lap. If I don't like or agree with their decisions, then I have a choice, and that choice is if I have to quit or resign. That's ultimately, it sits on my lap. So if I disagreed with the decisions that they make, I might have to resort to what is the decision that's going to keep me safe, and unfortunately, I'll have to do that. But that it is what it is. Hopefully, I mean, it'd be great for you to ask the community that everybody, prays for these people, that God can get into their hearts and their minds, and that they make the right decisions, man. I mean, that's all we can do at this point.
Well, the problem is that we have a weak board members. They already been asked by a lot of people in the community, because a lot of people in the community is that, I guess, that they said, well, let's give it a chance, and chat, and that they did contact the board members, and the board members said, we're doing whatever the administration wants us to do. And that's what's very, very sad about the situation. We don't The district doesn't deserve individuals that are followers, that won't question administration, won't question Sylvia Atkinson, won't question Drew or Baltasar Salazar, but individuals that are actually there representing what the majority of the people in Brownsville want. Look, at the end of the day, the board members represent the community. Is the community concerned about health and well-being? And that's where they should act. Are they concerned in regards to their jobs? A lot of the employees at the district, and that's how they should act. I guess a part of the sentiment right now is because the individuals who were supportive of the superintendent, they won their positions. Then what the community wants is what the superintendent wants, which is to bring everybody back on campus. And look, a lot of people don't understand. And I think now, Joe, I think with what's transpired in regards to there being evidence and put out there in regards to the wheelings and dealings of individuals like Sylvia Atkinson, Drew Brown, Minerva Peña. I think a lot of people, want to second guess the vote that the vote they threw out there during early voting. They're questioning themselves in regards to, oh my God, we didn't know it was this bad. Someone made mention of Snoopy in regards to the involvement of Judge Elia Cornejo. And again, what amazes me is that a lot of these people, sound surprised. How could you be surprised, guys, when we had individuals screaming at the top of their lungs in regards to the different levels of corruption going on throughout not only the city of Brownsville, but through the county of Cameron? I mean, it's there. And I'll address the Trey Mendez thing as well, guys. Again, I'll say it again. I've said it throughout the trial. I've said it after the trial, and I'll say it again tonight. I love Trey Mendez. I consider Trey Mendez a friend. And do I think Trey Mendez is corrupt? No, 100%, absolutely no. And I had that conversation with him today because I know that he was a little bit upset that I shared a post in regards to it being report fraud week in the city of Brownsville, and was a little bit upset and thought that I was doing one of these underhanded little jabs at him. Guys, I don't do underhanded jabs. And sorry, Mayor Mendez, you should know me well enough. I don't do underhanded jabs. If I think you are corrupt and I have evidence that points that way, I will call it out. I hide nothing, nothing. But again, had a conversation with him, and again, I stand by my statement. I don't think that Mayor Mendez is a corrupt politician at all. Now, if you're asking me in regards to other board member or other commissioners, let me tell you, all you have to do is ask. and I will respond. Most students that are back are those that will be coming back on the 30th are the ones that not even the parents can't stand having them at home. Well, yeah. I feel bad for teachers. They're going to be putting up with problematic students that are being sent back. Not even their own parents want them home. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny because I was supposed to go out there and get myself an iPhone 12, and you have to get yourself in line. You know that, Joe, to get an iPhone 12. But
Yeah.
what's funny is the people that are in front of me, trying to get that iPhone 12, and I have to go back tomorrow. People in front of me are the people that were out there saying, "I can't afford a laptop for my child.
Well,
I can't afford a tablet for my children." But they're in front of me trying to get an iPhone 12.
you didn't have to wait in line.
Huh?
Nowadays, they would have delivered it to your house.
Well, I was actually trying to prove a point. But
Well, you still have to go get in line so they can activate it and stuff. So
I actually didn't go to get in line, but that one was a little underhanded jab, Trey. Now that the election is over and Jackson has been found guilty, are still going to focus on continuing cluster F and this? Yes. Yeah. It's going to continue, guys. Let me tell you. The board now, the current board. You know that the current board doesn't speak over the phone anymore. They don't make phone calls to each other. You know why, Joe?
I guess they might be afraid that someone might be listening, Big Brother.
Well, they know that they're being listened to. Now, why would they still be concerned? Would they still be afraid of someone being aware of their conversations?
El que nada debe, nada teme.
Exactly right. And let me tell you, El Bad Hombre, Drew Brown is going to go down. Drew Brown is going to go down, and not because she's a racist, which I think 100% she is. Drew Brown is going to go down because she was complicit with Sylvia in all the wheelings and dealings. Yes, Drew. Yes. I know for a fact that you helped her rake in cash. I know for a fact, and you know for a fact. So I am anxiously awaiting for the next shoe to drop. And guys, and unfortunately for us, it might take months, guys. It might take months. If there's anything that we learned in regards to what we listened to, we saw, and was reported to us by Carlos Elizondo, by Tim Ramirez, was that Sylvia wasn't in this by herself, guys. She had other uh, uh, people who should also be indicted pretty soon. And again, I'll say this again, Adela Garza, guys. Didn't I warn the community about Adela Garza, Joe? Didn't I mention that name on my show constantly? Adela Garza is a rat. And you know what's funny, Joe? That a lot of people were saying, Erasmo's just talking to talk. And guess what?
What goes around comes around.
She's a rat, bro. She's a rat. And I'm anxiously awaiting for her to get thrown in jail. Anxiously awaiting. Anxiously waiting for her to be indicted. Anxiously waiting. Joe, I do the same when I have to go into the office every other week. I wear a double mask. Unfortunately, I'm in a cubicle setting with no windows at the office and poor air systems. Well, didn't the deputy superintendent, Dr. Cantu, said that if you felt uncomfortable with being in the classrooms, being on campus, that you should just open the window? Why is that funny?
I don't have a window.
You know how many other individuals in the district don't have a window?
Gosh, I can't think of the last time I saw a window in a classroom, unless the portables, and even those I think they're shut. They're closed shut.
They're sealed shut. No one has a window that they can open. Stupid, Dr. Kantu. When they don't report the positive, BIZ in violation of the TA mandate. Last night I read that TA document talking about reopening, and BIZ is in violation of other mandates as well. Guys, they've been in violation for years. TA is not going to do anything about it, guys. Nothing. Nothing. TA will do nothing. The only ones that could do anything about it were the voters of Brownsville. Those are the only ones that could do it, could have done anything about it. And they opted not to. Not just teachers, but the bus drivers too. All staff. And when I say teachers, I mean all staff at the district. They're in trouble. In case any of you guys missed the show this morning, I hate to break it to you, but the board will not do anything. One of them replied to me and said I had to take the concerns with Mike Maroth. Like if we actually voted for Mike Maroth, right, Joe?
No.
Guys, the power lies in the board. Whenever they tell you, oh, we have to adhere to TEA, they are lying to you. They're passing the buck. They're passing the responsibility. Why is it that they're so adamant in regards to everyone going back home? Because they're protecting their paychecks, guys. They're protecting the money that comes into the superintendent. They're protecting the vendors' money. You don't think that the vendors want to get paid? I mean, they invested $70,000 in my opponent, guys. Do you think that they don't want to get paid? When you, Joe, you're a businessman. If you were to invest $70,000 in something, wouldn't you at least expect to get your $70,000 back?
Absolutely. Anything less of that would be bad business.
But most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, wouldn't you want to be making 10 times that amount?
Of course, you go into business to make money, not to not make money. So, absolutely.
And unfortunately for us guys, the majority of the board went to the highest bidder. I was fortunate that I had enough years in 36 I could retire. Best decision for my health. Yes. We're losing two awesome teachers at our campus that are sisters. They're retiring in December and will not be going back November the 30th. They were not ready to retire. A lot of people aren't ready to retire. But again, guys, take into consideration, it's part of the attrition that they were talking about this summer. Do you remember this summer that they were talking about attrition and how they were going to get rid of people, guys? This is how they're getting rid of people, folks. Does it surprise anyone? They want more and more people to retire. They want more and more people to quit because we've already probably lost 2 to 3,000 students, guys, maybe more. They want more people to quit because the more people that quit at the teacher level, the custodial level, the food nutritional service people level, the counselor level, the more people that quit at that level, the more secure their job is up at the top. And we've got 7 AAs, 7 area administrators, 7 area supervisors, assistant superintendents, 7. So do you think that we need 7 AAs and 2 deputies?
I think that we might be a little top heavy.
A little.
Do we need them? Not knowing exactly what their purpose is and what all they're doing, it's kind of difficult to say. But I could think of other ways that salary could be invested back into the school system.
Yeah, February would have been better to go back 100%. Mr. Valdez, or anyone know if teachers are taking absences, are substituting, picking up jobs to go face to face in the classroom?
Yes.
Explain that, please.
From what I understand, if I'm going to be off for whatever reason, I have to request a substitute just like normal. That substitute would come in and they would not go to my room, but they'll go to a designated area where they will log in and make the Google Class available to the students to log in and do the assignments like a normal day, but they would be doing it from the campus. They have a designated computer lab, I believe.
Joe, doesn't the doctor excuse you from having to be on campus and then maybe take FMLA?
I think I had some choices to make. My medical condition would allow me to
Cancel.
to stop going to school, but based on the payroll system, I would have to utilize my days. The doctor cannot override my employment. Now, what I did find out is that even at my age, I can retire without penalty by retiring. It's called a medical or disability retirement. So I qualify for disability with my condition, but I gotta, if I'm being honest here, I'm a fighter, and I feel that I'm not ready to throw the towel in until I feel that that's the last recourse. I get up every day. Sometimes I have such pain in my body and my legs, even through therapy, that it would be easy to give up and just say, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. But that's just not me. I'm a fighter from beginning to end, and I have every intention of getting off this wheelchair and doing whatever it is that I'm meant to do, or that I was meant to do with the second chance that I've got. So I'm not ready for that. But my choices would have been if the doctor has. I did submit a 504, and it was approved. So I have some there's some things that got approved at the campus for me that assist me in doing my job at the campus. But at the end of the day, I have the choice to retire with a disability retirement and not lose and not be penalized in any way. But I can't. I love what I do. I mean, I love what I do. And sometimes, as much as I think about it, I think that there was a reason why I survived my experience and that I'm here today. I've lost family, I've lost friends uh, to this pandemic, and I saw a lot of people go, and I didn't. So I feel that God kept me here to do something that I haven't accomplished yet. So I don't think that's gonna be sitting in my backyard. So I really think that I was meant to continue to help students get through their high school years and put them in the right path for success. So, but I'll tell you right now, the day that I feel that it has come to a point where my life is at a extreme that I can't control whether I'm in danger or not, I at that day I will walk away. Or currently I will wheel away, but hopefully I'm walking away.
Hey, are you painting your nails again?
Painting my nails?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. That's a good eye. That's a good eye.
As a former board member, would you know if BISD policy allows for a community petition, a vote of no confidence, or even impeachment for the superintendent? No. That vote of no confidence is election time, and the community pretty much screwed that up for themselves. How did those people get so many votes if nobody knows who they are? I think there was tranza made with the election. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Erasmo, how did Midland ISD parents able to file a class action lawsuit to remove the board members? Can't that be done here too? We need a lawyer on this show to ask. It can be done if you can prove incompetence. As soon as Drew's indictment hits, people will be filing against her. As soon as Adela Garza's indictment hits, people will be filing against her. Good evening, Erasmo Joe. Hey, Dora. Elia Cornejo is now throwing Sylvia Atkinson under the bus. Hilarious. Now she doesn't want to have anything to do with her. Adela, Elia, and Sylvia Ratas. No excuse. They can all go and pick up Chromebooks, and they are pretty good. Touchscreen turns into a tablet. I wanted to hear Trey Mendes say that swearing in Adela Garza was a mistake. He has to know it looks bad AF. Look, did you see that, Joe?
Yes, I saw it on your show.
So, what is your take on the mayor swearing in Adela Garza?
I have lived in the valley my entire life, Erasmo. I'm a product of Brownsville, born and raised southmost, 32nd Street. I can tell you that I would be a liar if I sat here and told you that growing up in a border town that I don't have any acquaintances that are just a little bit on the wrong shade, right? But I have made the decision that, I mean, I think growing up, my dad would, I don't even remember how that saying goes, pero dime con quién te juntas.
Yo digo
Y
que y te diré quién eres.
there you go. So that was kind of like engraved in my head, right? My dad always told me,
That big head.
you're going to make good choices and bad choices on who you hang out with. But if you make the wrong one, and sometimes you're going to just by guilty by association. So in my life, I made a decision to go into law enforcement. And I worked in the criminal justice system for many years at the state level and federal level. And I can tell you that um, even having an acquaintance that is shady can jeopardize where you go in life. It can jeopardize your job. So I made a decision to kind of, I'm not saying that I turn my back on people, but I say hi from a distance. I say hello, but I try not to associate so that I'm not put in that category. I don't believe, I agree with you, I don't believe Trey is a bad person. I don't believe that he is corrupt, at least not until proven otherwise. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Did it look bad? Under the circumstances, because I don't know that woman personally. I can't say that I've never been a fly on the wall in her life, but based on evidence that has come up, then you gotta think that looks bad. So I honestly think that he made the bad move, putting himself in that position.
Paranoia will run rampant through the new school board members. Oh yeah. Joe, how do you feel about the schools trying to hide the positives? It is very wrong because it puts you at risk.
I am completely against that. I can't think on how it goes on anybody's mind and in their heart that if you know that there is someone that is infected right here and tested positive, and you know that people were around that person, I I don't understand how you can live with yourself and not warn the other people and say, hey, you guys have a decision to make because you were around this person, and I suggest for your family, I suggest that go test yourself, test your family because you were exposed. And to not tell people is wrong. And I believe that deep in my heart that is wrong. How someone can do that and sleep at night is beyond me.
It's crazy. I don't think they won't do anything. That's why I'm just pointing it out that BISD isn't following any of that, and I believe for the reason AOB filed a class action grievance. Uh, we're hoping that goes well. Still waiting for the super to call me back since Friday. Good luck for that. Good luck for that. Who's the head and neck of all this corruption? One of the major heads was Sylvia Atkinson. Right now, everyone is scrambling to take control of that position. And let me tell you, they're kind of like skeptical in regards to taking that full mantle on because of the FBI and their involvement. I will say that Drew Brown is nipping at the bit. She really wants to take Sylvia Atkinson's position. She's dying for it. She's begging for it. Yeah, Drew Brown, esa de que parece ardilla molida. Yeah, that piece of crap. That piece of crap, guys, is as corrupt as crap. As corrupt as Sylvia Atkinson. Yes, Drew Brown, the one that y'all considered friend that worked at the district for all those years, that individual, corrupt as crap. Corrupt as crap. Racist piece of crap. That's what she is. So she's nipping at the bit to take her position. But she's not the only one, guys. Really. Adela Garza thought that she was going to take over. She just didn't think that her conversations with Sylvia in regards to making that fake company, Sunshine Solutions, in order to scam off the contracts of not only of BISD and TSC, but other districts in our area or other business in our area. But guess what? The board has her as a chair. TSC board has her as their chair They were still endorsing her. Election day, after they knew that she had made this dummy corporation with Sylvia Atkinson. It's undeniable evidence. It's it's recorded, and they're still, out there. Oh, we support her. We support her because she's innocent until proven guilty. No, she's a piece of crap. Innocent until proven guilty. But let me tell you guys, my biggest concern, is it true that kids are going back school November 30th? Yes. My biggest concern, guys, is the cartels. My biggest concern, the cartels. My biggest concern is, individuals starting to all of a sudden commit suicide, in Brownsville. Again, there are no suicides in Brownsville, guys, in regards to BISD personnel. BISD personnel that committed suicide is a lie. No suicide. And,
no, I was going to answer on regards to his question, Brandon. They are going to open the school and make it available to anyone that wants to go, but ultimately, it is a parent's decision whether or not you want to send your child and risk sending them to a school. So you still have a choice as a parent.
Well, the problem, Joe, is that something that I think Snoopy was mentioning, or some Rita was mentioning. The problem is the people that are going to be sending the kids back, adamant on sending the kids back, are the people that haven't been protecting themselves anyway.
Yeah, very, very possible. Very true.
Oh, come on. More than possible. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I mean, so I'm a parent, and as a parent, how do you make the decision to send your kids to school when you don't know 100% sure that they're going to be okay? So therein lies a problem in itself. As a parent, you have to make that decision that's, in the best interest for your own kids. So, who are these parents that are going to risk sending their kids back to campus?
Blame the board trying to hide any new cases, but these ignorant parents saying their kids kids to school are having pachangas at home and more. Exactamente. Mm-hmm. El bad hombre is one bad hombre, but he's right. Guys, the same individuals that are having pachangas there next door with that Tejano music, tan, 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 till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, those are the people that are desperately wanting to send the kids back onto campus. Those individuals who have those pachanga, cumbia, Tejano music that no one really can't stand, that has the same rhythm. Every single song goes ten 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 ten. Every single song. Ten 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 ten. And for some reason, they play it like as loud as they can. And you know what? I don't get it. Because look, I grew up with metal, guys. I love Slayer. Slayer! I love Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Typo Negative, Sepultura. My favorite local band is Panteon. Panteon rocks! They're awesome! Guys, I grew up with loud music, but you know what? When I'm out there eating, guys, at a restaurant, do you think I want you to put your $2 in and play Randy Travis and Garth Brooks at full volume?
What's wrong with that?
I want to eat and talk. I don't want to listen to thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another gun goes cold on a sleepless night. I don't. My love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river, higher than the pine trees growing tall upon the hills. My love is purer than the snowflakes falling late December, and honest as a robin on the springtime windowsill, longer than the song of a whippoorwill. And I'm trying to talk to my dad in the morning, and I'm having to hear deeper than the hollering in my damn ear. Same thing with the pachanga music at 3, 4 in the morning. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, what are you doing listening to music that loud? I mean, don't you have conversations amongst yourself? You know, Joe,
But
you're
that's
you're a pachanguero, Joe.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's one of the things that's always I've never been able to go to a bar where the music is so loud that I can't, like, I have to scream at someone's ear so they can hear what I'm trying to tell them. That's never been my thing. And I like to have a conversation. I like to so I understand what you're saying, and I agree. I mean,
dun,
uh,
dun, 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 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then, okay, the next song. Okay, well, maybe something different. Dun, 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 dun. Over and over and over again. I mean, don't these people have conversations? Don't they?
they have loud conversations.
It makes it worse. The Lopez family are about to get their money's worth with Daniela on the board. Wait until all those contracts start rolling and sad. That's what people wanted. Yeah, I mean, guys, you're screwed. We're all screwed. Some parents will be sending their kids back for quality instruction because their child need help, not because they can't stand them. Some. No, the problem is, do you want to trust this superintendent and this board to provide proper safety, proper PPE for our students? Do you really want to trust them? And I'm not talking about our teachers. Our teachers were going to do a hell of a job. But do you really trust this board, this superintendent, Batasar Salazar, Drew Brown? Do you really trust them to protect your children? So I'm sorry, guys. Quality instruction be damned. You know, quality instruction be damned. It's just a damn year, guys. It's just a damn year. Cancel the whole damn year. I mean, isn't the health of your children worth at least that? Will they be able to make it up next year? Yeah. So quality instruction be damned. Be it damned. Talking like a teacher. How you been, Mr. Erasmo? I'm doing good, Brandon. How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. But how do they secure the jobs if they might lose students or other schools if they don't have enough teachers at BISD? They're in a conundrum. What's going to happen? Look, it's one of these damned, 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 damned if you do, and damned, 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 damned if you don't. And I'll give you an example. Joe, what's going to happen, Joe? You got 100 teachers at Porter, okay? You got 1,000 students coming in. So you got 100 teachers at Porter. You got 1,000 students coming in. So let's roughly say that each teacher is going to get 10 students. Is that correct?
By that math, yes.
Okay. So let's say all of a sudden that 75 teachers decide to retire or quit. So you got 25 teachers and 1,000 students. What's going to happen?
There'll be some shifting around from one school to another.
You're not going to see 10 students per teacher. You're going to see a hondazo of students per teacher. And then where's the quality instruction? It's a cluster, man. It's a cluster. And what's worse than it being a cluster, it's a pandemic waiting to happen. Why does Roman delete comments on his show? Because Roman is nuts, guys. I mean, he's Kim Young Roman. You know he's nuts, Joe, right?
He's something else. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, he's something else.
Roman is nuts. Nuts! I love him to death. He's just nuts, guys. He's just different.
He's a good guy though.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But he's King Jung Roman. No substitutes to go to the teacher's classroom. Yeah, that's crazy. If we had four AAs before and now seven with less students, why have them? Maybe let go of at least three higher. They will do with like they do with teachers. They're not going to, bro. They would rather lose five teachers than get rid of one of their AAs because that's how much it costs for each AA. Five teachers. Good evening, gentlemen. Blessings, blessing, Michael. Hey there, handsome. Hey, Denise.
I think
Denise,
that was I think that was for me.
I'm no way, Jose. Hey, come on, look at it. Hey guys, hey, Mary, you're late. Just for voting little Eddie as president, that shows incompetence. Yeah, you know little Eddie's positive, right, Joe?
I didn't know that he was positive. I had heard he was sick in the hospital, but up until the time that you mentioned that he was positive, I that's when I found out.
So you know he's positive, right?
I do now.
Do you think that someone that who is positive carrying around an air tank has issues with their oxygen level should be in an area where there's children, uh, parents, other individuals?
No, absolutely not. I don't think anybody should be in an area where there's exposure, the possibility of exposure.
But the ISD did that in their swearing in ceremony. They had him there
I heard you mention something that he was somewhere
in the kitchen,
within the general area.
in the kitchen, protected, and they were protecting the people with a curtain. Not a good thing, huh?
Absolutely not.
Why is Trey so defensive out of all of a sudden? Own the mistakes, mom. That's me. Tap for the oranges. Do you have any inside information about how many high school athletic teams are affected? All of them. Are they responsible for super spread events? Yeah, all of them, some way or other, have come into contact with coronavirus. Hey, Patty. And that's what. Are you and Trey still friends? He seems upset, defensive on your post. I love Trey Mendes. I have a crush on Trey Mendes. I love Trey, and he knows. Uh, I love Trey. We are friends, but friends, we don't always agree on things, and we have discussions, and we did have a little a little lovers quarrel, but doesn't mean we're not friends. Love you, Trey. Birds of a feather flock together. That's the one. Good evening, everyone. Cat, you're late. Hey, Cat. Drew Brown is constipated. Erasmo. Yeah, ya tiene la cara de perra asquerosa. Qué asco that they want to continue serving his legacy. Didn't they learn, Jack? Disgusting. Drew Brown is disgusting. Totally decimated and destroyed poor Dave Brown's legacy. Dave Brown had such an awesome name in our community, and Drew Brown tainted it like crap. And wait till she gets indicted. Drew Brown doesn't even live in Brownsville anymore. She lives in Los Fresnos. After 3 hours of Thursday's drama, hell no, we're staying home. That is a crap, like you said. So the kids go to HEB and Walmart y se avientan al piso, licking all the stuff in the stores. But we'll go and infect the poor teachers. No, bet shut up. That's exactly what's going to happen. Isn't it? That isn't true. I send my kids to school. He's doing well and has been in school for the past 45 days at EDS. Yes, Egley? I don't know what EDS. Julia, that's awesome. And congratulations. And I pray that your kid continues to be well. I don't know what EDS is. Uh, I don't know what EDS is, but let me tell you guys. Julia, yeah, and they have taken exceptional precautions. Julia, don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. There's individuals that are testing positive now that have done everything right. Oh, Episcopalian Day School. Thank you. Uh, there's individuals that have done everything right, Julia. Everything, everything. Plus, you're talking about a school, Julia, that only has 150 students anyway. It's a private school, Julia. You can't compare uh, Episcopalian. And let me tell you, I love Episcopalian Day School. My daughter, my niece goes to Episcopalian Day School. You know that, Julia. My niece goes there, and 100 students for the whole school. You think we don't want that at BISD? Hell yes. Hell yes. But even then, you're running the risk. Even then, with a limited number of students, the risk is still there. Yes, yes, I'm getting the messages. Guys, y'all don't have that many students, Julia. We're not talking about Episcopalian Day School that has 100 kids and 100 teachers where you could probably have like one teacher per kid. And no, my hats go off to Episcopalian Day School. I call that taka taka. Taka, 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 taka. No, Julia, I understand what you're saying, but it's a smaller school. You can't compare that to BISD. Saludos a Rivera High School. Love you, Rivera. Hey, 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 don't go there with Randy Travis. Love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river. I call it that. Con caca, con caca, con caca, con caca. You don't talk during breakfast. I know. I'm not. As crazy as this may sound, guys, a lot of people have this misconception that I'm very social. I really am not. At 3 in the morning, they are drunk. The music sounds goof to them at that point. And then, how is a school going to determine when children have COVID? How many symptoms do they have to show present? Or don't children have to scream in school that they have COVID? Or don't children have to? No. I play Beto Quintanilla right after church. I wish I knew what a Beto Quintanilla was. I actually, it's a joke. I know who Beto Quintanilla is. The super and board didn't even provide proper PPE to protect their employees. They didn't. Nelda, as a parent, it's not priority. Besides, it will be virtually 100%. The music at night more than boom, 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 boom. That banda murero and always narco corridos once they get drunk. That's facts, guys. It's not quality instruction. The only difference will be that instead of sitting in front of a computer at home, they'll be in front of the same computer in the classroom. Sorry, guys, getting there. Maybe if these people actually cared about their employees disinfecting, notifying community spread, gave their teacher PPE, they wouldn't have, hey, okay, send the people back. Yeah, and it's true. Guys, let me tell you, PPE was not that great. I waved in my mind a year of academic regression since March into June 2021. My kids are not cats with 9 lives, only one life. I won't risk life over deadly virus and lack of PPE, proper disinfection. 100, yeah, 100%. Guys, and a lot of people are going to have to come to the conclusion of doing homeschool. Homeschool your kids for a year. Teach them life lessons. Show them how to do your taxes. Show them how to how to vote. Show them how to cut the yard. Stuff that really is important. So if the kid feels sick in the classroom, they go to the nurse, do the school nurse, do the COVID test to the kids. Now they do. Or the kids have to scream or them to no COVID test by the nurse. Did Joe get COVID and then GBS, or how did he end up with GBS?
just like that. Hey, what's up, Lone Ranger? I caught coronavirus, and as a result of coronavirus, I got viral pneumonia and the onset of Guillain-Barré syndrome. So I got rid of COVID and viral pneumonia, and the Guillain-Barré stayed, and that's what I'm having to deal with today.
Yeah, good job. Roman doesn't like Marisa. I can tell. He doesn't seem to like her since she cheated on AOB 4. He said he doesn't vote for cheaters, and that's why he voted for Coach Joe Rod. As long as he didn't vote for Minerva Peña, I'm okay. And does the school close the school immediately? Call the rest of the parents? No, they don't. Roman is much more revealing on his show, but on Erasmo's show, he's very tame. Le tiene miedo a Erasmo. He likes that. He's afraid of that alpha macho guy. So there were 7 votes for little Eddie to be president. Yep, crazy. Linda, yep, everyone voted for him. I believe he voted for himself too, and even raised the wrong hand too. Ah! Sandoval Mike, just one is enough. Then they are sent to the isolation room, and a health service referral is filled out. They must then go to the doctor. Crazy stuff. I heard the people that had to disinfect the crap out of the area that little Eddie sat on. Yes. Well, yeah. Muy fresh. Remember what me when Trey throws you under the bus? I'm too handsome to be thrown under the bus. Episcopalian Day School. Yeah, now I got it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I got it now. I got it. Sorry, Julia. And my niece goes there. That's why I thought it's kind of even trippier. When you associate with El Gaza, Mr. Mayor, you're going to get heat for it. 100%. Yeah. I had him at BISD, but pulled him out. They invested in commercial airport purifier. Yes. And again, that's the difference, Julia. The difference is that at BISD, I'm sorry, guys. And you know, I don't know if you know this, Julia, but at BISD, guys, there's mold in them there hills. You remember that one? There's mold in them there hills. See that, Joe?
No, that's a little before my time.
Shut up. California thing. There's gold in them there hills. Prospector time, Joe. Are you a real teacher? That's great for EDS, but BISD is not doing the proper disinfecting. They're not to keep their students, teachers safe. They are definitely not. It's certainly not a good comparison, is it? BISD should do that. BISD should close campuses. Mike Sandoval, on campus COVID check will be based on temperature check. Crazy. I think we will all wish we would, but at this point, it's only wishful thinking. Yeah, no leadership of BISD, none. We were told only if the students have fever, we need to report it. Other symptoms don't matter. That's crazy. No? To the gentleman who asked about times on Thursday, they waited until the student was coughing and sneezing all over the place, then tested the individual. The next day, they notified the exposure. Wonderful. Just a regular old day at BISD. Oh, but you know what the board members say? Send an email to Mike Morath. That's going to fix things. BISD has a special kind of air purifier, the asbestos. Joe, anything else that we need to discuss?
No, just that we need to start looking ahead and just realize that our city government failed us just the same, and I think that we need to start looking at May and we need to start considering making some changes there. We need to get people into the city commission that are going to be proactive, that are going to be stewards of good stewards of the city and make decisions based on what's in the best interest of the community. And I mean, if we didn't learn anything right now, I think that it's important that we come together as a community and make those changes at the city level, because this city has failed us, guys. They failed us back in March, and I truly believe that people, including myself, and I'm speaking from personal experience, I believe that we were victims of their inability to make the right decisions. I think that a lot of people were infected. A lot of people passed away that shouldn't have, or that could have been prevented. And I don't think that the right decisions were made on time. And it's time that we vote people in to the city commission that are going to be present, that are going to be there. I don't know about you, Erasmo, but when something important as a pandemic, there was no city commissioners available, so that they can make a difference. And I think that it's important that we start thinking ahead and start planning on how we're going to make those changes. So I appreciate the invitation, Erasmo. I thank everybody. Again, I continue to thank everybody that's still sending me prayers and messages. I love you guys, and I will continue to do the best for myself. And as we move forward, I want to put my name in the hat there to be considered for the city commission, so that we can have someone that's going to be a fighter for the city and that is going to do the right decisions without compromising with special interest groups.
So,
But
you're basically announcing, right?
what's that?
You're basically announcing, right?
You sound real muffled.
So you're basically announcing, right?
I am officially saying that I will be filing to run for District 4 in the May elections. Yes.
Or you know that you have to file really quick because you basically already announced. But before you go, guys, again, I love Channel 5 News. Someone told me to turn on Channel 5 News to see what the saying. And before I go there, Roman, yeah, you are nuts, Roman. Roman is throwing a little hissy fit and throwing me texts like, "Hey, you called me that I was nuts. You are nuts, bro." Ready? Let's see this. This is Channel 5 News, guys. Are y'all ready? Shoot, hold on. Oh, maybe if I should play the play button.
Maybe.
Trustee Sylvia Atkinson, bringing to light her alleged involvement in other schemes.
Channel 5's Rudy Migueles takes a closer look at the evidence from one issue that cost Rio Hondo taxpayers almost $25,000.
In the indictment, prosecutors charged Sylvia Atkinson used her official positions to set meetings between private companies in Brownsville ISD and Rio Hondo ISD in exchange for kickbacks disguised as campaign contributions. In May 2016, Rio Hondo ISD began their search for a contractor to provide internet-ready tablets for their students. Atkinson, an assistant superintendent, worked behind the scenes with Jaime Escobedo to secure the bid. Escobedo, owner of American Surveillance, had no experience in educational technology. Most of the company's contracts with local school districts had been in the security field. In a conversation recorded by FBI informant Rodrigo Moreno, prosecutors said Escobedo showed a lack of knowledge in the field, specifically asking whether internet access would be an important need for students in the rural school district, according to court transcripts of the recording. Atkinson and Moreno shared the sentiment. In the same transcripts, Atkinson provided Escobedo privileged information on competitors to win the contract anyway. Former Rio Hondo Superintendent Ismael Garcia testified the conversations were inappropriate, something the recording's transcripts show Atkinson knew and tried to hide by holding meetings at locations like this Harlingen restaurant outside of the Rio Hondo area. He also testified on documents showing Escobedo missing the 2 p.m. bid deadline, which should have resulted in disqualification. But transcripts show Atkinson saying she persuaded Garcia to accept it anyway. On July 27, 2016, the district purchased 100 tablets from American Surveillance for $24,500. The following week, Escobedo paid Moreno $3,000. We've reached out to Escobedo for comment on his involvement on the payment, but after more than a day, we are still awaiting his response. Atkinson's defense attorney said the payment was for a BISD candidate pool for Escobedo and Salazar Insurance Group owner Joe Salazar, saying the two school district contractors would often use polls to see who they would back financially in local elections. But phone transcripts show Atkinson told Moreno the duo purchased the poll for her as a campaign contribution. Garcia testified the tablet program was unsuccessful because of internet access problems. The $24,500 taxpayer-funded tablet program, originally for the high school, is now sitting on shelves at the district's elementary school.
Yep.
In the Brownsville Bureau, Rudy Migueles, Channel 5 News. In the trial of former BISD trustee Sylvia Atkinson, bringing to light her alleged involvement in other schemes.
Channel 5's Rudy Migueles.
Damn. Channel 5 getting down to biz whiz, guys. That is damning. What's your take, bro?
I can't help but wonder why that name sounds familiar. That last name.
Atkinson?
No.
Escobedo?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
Escobedo again has his clause in everything. TSC, City of Brownsville, Cameron County, everything. Everything. He's the guy that throws money into campaigns to get individuals into office. Same
Isn't
guy, huh?
isn't he related to a former board member?
That committed suicide. Guys, everything is connected. As a senior, I'd much rather stay at home and stay safe than attempt to go to school. Amen, Victor. And please stay safe, bro. Everything is connected, folks. Everything is connected. Everything. And there's more coming, guys. There's more coming. Adela Garza will fall. Channel 5 also had a story on Adela Garza. I'm trying to get someone to give me that recording as well. I mean, guys, they all will fall. Drew Brown, don't get too comfortable out there, baby. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, Drew Brown. Adela Garza, start paying off those attorneys, baby, because they're coming after you too. And I will be celebrating. And let me say it again, guys. If any of these mornings you suddenly hear in the news that Erasmo committed suicide, it's not true. That's what we're facing here, guys. That type of corruption. Even being a student of Olivet and Hannah back in the day, we already knew Mo was going around. So many teachers would get sick, 100%. My employer, South and Atlantic Board, if they talk to Morath and Abbott and Tia ourselves, you can, but nothing's going to happen. I believe that De La Garza has something on Trey Mendez. This is probably why he's still kissing her, but I don't know. Plus, bus drivers aren't checking temperatures to the kids on the bus. Kids are checked at the school. Once the school, they test their parents, pick them up. Meanwhile, what are the kids are socially distancing the bus rider? Not at all. Superintendent board members should go sit in the classroom with kids come. Yes, they won't. How does the Lacroix gate and the Capitan suicide and the earlier suicide on Enriquez Escobedo weave into all this? It's coming, guys. I promise you, it's coming. I know it is. I can't say much about it, but it's coming. I asked Channel 4 to cover the Atkinson trial due to corruption, and they said it was based on allegations, even when FBI has all the evidence. Channel 4 sucks. Sucks. My tío Erasmo, salud. Love you, Papa. The bigger they are, the harder they'll fall. Preach, Victor. Preach, man. Yes, 100%. Guys, Joey did his last words. Guys, Joe Valdez, running for city commissioner, District 4. Let me tell you, I'm there. As much as you would have me, sir, you got my
Thank
support.
you. Appreciate your support and everybody else that's willing to get behind us. Thank you.
I'll be block walking for you. I'll be holding up signs, whatever you want me to do.
Thank you.
Guys, have a great evening. Social distance. I'm trying to get that other thing from Channel 5, that other story, so we can all enjoy it. Guys, it's all coming down on them. Oh wait, I got it. You want to see the next one or no?
Do it.
Okay, guys, hold on. Do y'all want to see the next one? Do we have time? Hold on. My gosh, I'm going crazy out here. Hey, it's gonna take a little bit because it's got to load. Sorry, guys.
Aftermath of announced former Brown school board members' bribery conviction.
And Channel 5's Rudy Mireles with a closer look at the evidence revealed in court.
Over the course of her trial, new details were revealed on schemes involving former BISD trustee Sylvia Atkinson and other local elected officials. Last night, one of those officials was sworn in after being reelected. Win came the day after being named by federal prosecutors in court.
The Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state.
On Tuesday, Adela Garza was sworn in for a third term as a trustee at TSC, a position that comes with no pay according to Texas Education Code. When Sylvia Atkinson told her she stood to make $30,000 from a potential school telehealth app contract in 2018, FBI wiretap transcripts show she laughed at the idea. Edward Bustos, a business manager for local doctors, testified Atkinson had approached him about the app. Transcripts from another call in February between Bustos and Atkinson showed them discussing potential sales targets. Atkinson telling Bustos BISD was off the table until she had the support of the board. More wiretap transcripts of Garza and Atkinson show them discussing that conversation and how to get around potential contract and ethics issues.
Oh,
Atkinson at one point mentioning a shadow company. In court, Bustos testified Atkinson claimed to be the owner of that company. State comptroller records show Sunshine Solutions was registered to this house in Brownsville in January 2019, with Adela Garza named its registered agent. Bustos testified his clients ended up not going into business with Atkinson and Garza. The federal prosecutors said Atkinson and Garza had announced Ramos, an employee for an educational company called iTutor, testified she held two sales meetings at BISD in April 2018, saying Atkinson and Garza were working together to get school districts to purchase the company's remote learning product. Wiretap transcripts show Atkinson used her influence as a trustee to get then Assistant Superintendent Berta Peña to hold a meeting with Ramos. Ramos testified she told Atkinson she'd need to stay away from the meeting because she'd be paid commissions if BISD made the purchase. Prosecutors said transcripts from a previous conversation between Atkinson and Garza confirmed her knowledge of violating ethics rules, telling Garza she'd have to be the face of the company. These surveillance photos show Garza and Ramos going into BISD for the sales meeting. They did testify the school ultimately decided against buying the software due to the lack of funds, adding if Atkinson had told her she stood to make money from a deal, she would have told Atkinson it was wrong. We've reached out to Garza for comment on her alleged involvement
Nothing.
with Atkinson, but after more than 24 hours, we are still awaiting a response. In the Brownsville Bureau, Rudy Mireles, Channel 5 News.
was I right all along, Joe, or was I damn right?
All I gotta say, Erasmo, is I've seen this before, being having worked and made a career in the criminal justice field, is that sooner or later it comes back. You make those choices, and I can't think of anybody that has successfully gone through an entire lifetime without suffering the consequences. And unfortunately for them, that's what they're seeing now, is they're going to start paying the consequences for their choices. But it is what it is. And things, the FBI, I worked with the FBI for 2 years. And that's when I can tell you that they don't come knocking unless they've already got you and you're back against the wall.
Oh my God. Don't get too comfortable, Drew. They're coming for you too. 2 is with 2 O's, right? They're coming for you too. Don't you know anything as a damn teacher, bro?
I'm not an English teacher, man.
You're not much of a teacher, period. Again, guys, I have been saying it for a year in regards to Adela Garza. How corrupt, what a corrupt piece of crap she is. I mean, it had to come to the FBI to come down to prove me damn right. So, Drew, don't get too comfortable, baby. They're coming for you too. Guys, stay safe. I've already put the videos on my page. Stay safe. Social distance, wear a face covering. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. we'll be here. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., guys. And let me tell you, I love me some Channel 5. I love me Channel 5. I love me Channel 5. And let me tell you, Channel 4 sucks. Tomorrow morning, guys, 9 o'clock. Stay safe. Be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me.